So Christmas is coming, right? And I was thinking about Christmas presents, and the idea came, why don't I make my presents? Which in my world means I'm giving my time, and when I see that person spend time for me to do something, I appreciate it so much. So the idea was to create something that you could give, saying, yes, I thought about you, and here is what I made for you. I had a marathon running around Madrid gathering my ingredients. So I visited American shops, some local shops, so I finally gathered more or less what I need. So I want to make a ginger cookies, caramel, and finally simple but the most delicious oat biscuits. So I even dressed up accordingly with my Christmas apron. So first of all, we will do light gingerbread dough, and we can weigh up our ingredients straight away in the pan, which is butter, sugars and spices, and weigh up the rest of the ingredients, because after that the process will be very fast. It's getting thicker. Yes, that's what we want, boiling. Looks very sticky batter, but don't worry, that's how it should be. We will leave it to rest, to cool down completely, and we will start working ideally next day or a bit later today. For dark gingerbread, I will use orange instead of lemon, so at least we will create a different flavor palette. I mixed dark and light molasses. I have a good feeling about this dough. So as you see, this is visibly darker batter. So all bi-carb in, and quickly whisk it in. There is no one way to make caramel. However, this time I share with you this method. Melt down your sugar or sugar and salt for salted caramel version till it gets nice golden color. Put your butter and continue whisking for around 10 minutes. Eventually it will come together nicely. At this point, take your caramel out of the heat and pour cream, which is not supposed to be cold. Be super careful as it will most likely splash, so don't get burned. Leave it to cool down. So for this cookie recipe, we will need self-raising flour. In some countries, it's not very widely available, so we will make our own self-raising flour. What it means, it has a rising agent within the flour and some salt. That is it. And the last ingredient, bi-carb soda. Melt down your butter, whisk in your honey or other light molasses, and pour over flour mix. Mix only until it comes together. It's not gluing very well together, but that's fine. It will be a very, very crumbly texture, and that's what we want. So now, what's left? Divide this into smaller pieces. Imagine your morning coffee or tea with this cute ginger house sitting on your cup. I've done this template, 2 parts of roof, 2 parts of sides, walls, and 2 parts of front and back. Remember how it looked at the beginning, and now it's completely firm, but not too cold, quite pliable. Let's use just half for now. Let's see where we're at. So I don't cut it completely now, just kind of pre-cut. They should look exactly the same. When you pre-cut the house, try to make as sharp and straight lines as you can, as afterwards it will be difficult to glue everything together if there are some obvious imperfections. Now let's bake it and wait till cookies completely cool down before we start assembling everything. Before jumping on royal icing part, I will quickly demonstrate how to make a piping bag, because we will need quite a few of them. And now we're gonna do icing for our gingerbread cookies. And of course, let's not forget colors for our creations. Add cream of tartar into your cold aquafaba, the liquid from cooked chickpeas, and whisk on high speed till it gets foamy. The role of cream of tartar is to stabilize your egg whites. Sift icing sugar and add in stages. Add lemon juice and continue whisking for around 5 minutes. And now we can continue decorating our biscuits. So now we can add any colors you want. To fill the edges of the cookie, we need to use a little bit thicker icing. If you feel that your icing is getting a little bit too hard, just add some lemon juice or tiny bit water. You can also do some candied cookies. So I will brush with vegan egg white, aquafaba. I love how they look when we put them in the sugar. In this case, try to use granulated sugar. It gives a nicer effect. This is the most enjoyable part, as the goal is not to make the perfect biscuit, but rather to give a personal touch and have fun. Let's give this man some nice shoes and buttons. Since our ginger house parts have chilled enough, we can start assembling it. Be super gentle and patient with it, as it requires time to set and we cannot glue it all parts in one go. Let's start working on our stuffs. So this is the box, which I take only once a year. I found one unicorn, why not? This is much firmer, so let's leave it out for a bit. For better results, we can use 2 sheets and roll the dough. That makes our life much easier. So happy with the thickness, let's put it back in the freezer and let's take out the one that is already resting. I think it's really fun making these cookies because you engage a lot and think about the person who you're making these cookies. And think about the face when they see these cookies after hearing that you made it yourself, everything from scratch. Oven. With this dough is the same. We can pre-cut. That's Mama and that's Papa. So I'm just taking out this one from the freezer. It helps a lot. And I didn't keep it for too long, like a couple of minutes only. And I can take it beautifully. Sorry for my squeaky voice, but I'm very excited. Let's simply use wooden toothpick and make a hole so we can put a string and hang it on the Christmas tree.
A bigger scale the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way.
How about personalized cookie with the name of your loved one, or a cookie that has a meaning to someone? I dedicate this cookie to Monica. Let's come back again to our ginger house and let's see how it's doing. Let's dig the roof, chimney, wait till it's a little bit set and pour some snow on it.
I can see them now.
To make it look more real, let's sprinkle some desiccated coconut and finally, it's done.
Now we're back here once.
The smell of my house, it's amazing and I'm getting so excited about finishing everything.
Said on you. I'm not gonna play it safe. It's going down on Christmas Day. 'Cause I've been trying to tell you in every way. Yeah, I've been trying to show you, but somehow felt I wanna have someone to hold. Walking through the falling snow. I've been trying to tell you in every way, but now I'll get it done. I'm not gonna wait. And right around the mistletoe, I'm gonna let my feelings show. Always got you on my mind.
Thank you for watching and see you next week.
You're on top of my